Hello Capricorn, I'm Tamara and I'm going to do your reading for the first 2 weeks of November from 1st to 15th of November 2017. And this is a general reading and I hope it resonates with you. This reading is for the Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon and Capricorn Rising sign. If it doesn't resonate with you, please watch your Moon sign or Rising sign. I'm using Rider-Waite Tarot deck for this reading, and I'm going to draw an additional cards from the World Unknown deck by King Crowns, which is that one. I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers for all your comments, for all your likes, and for all your private bookings. And if you're interested in private reading with me, please contact me. All the information is underneath this video in description box. Okay, let's see what we have for you, dear Capricorn. Okay, the first card we have is the Judgment card, Temperance, Six of Swords, and the Spirit's message for you is the King of Wands. The Hangman, Wheel of Fortune, the Lover's card, and the Emperor. Okay, and we have King of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, and the Fool card. All right, let's start here. The first card for you is the Judgment. The Judgment card is a card of reincarnation. It's coming back into the life from the dead. It's, well, to put it in a proper human language, it's being given a second chance on something. But it's nice, a second chance, because you still can use all this life experience, all this knowledge you built in the previous, all this you can learn on your mistakes and errors, and you can take all that baggage with you, positive baggage, I mean, all this knowledge, and start anew, start again. Not everyone have got that sort of chance. We quite often with us said, you know, I wish I had a second chance. You are given a second chance. You are reviving from the dead, whatever period you had before. You are reviving, you're rejuvenating, and you know, if you see there is an angel, you know, over you, so someone is there for you. The spirits is watching out for you, and you know, as I said, it's a very fantastic card. Also, it's a major arcana card, and you have got quite a lot of major arcana cards. You've got this one, that one, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. It's quite a lot of majority is major arcana cards, which tells me that this reading is not just for the first 2 weeks of November. Might all these messages which you're going to receive in this reading, dear Capricorn, they might last for much longer period of time this year and then in the future possible. So the Judgment card, it's new beginning, new start for you. And the Temperance is there to warn you. Yes, it's all very exciting to start anew, to be all this, you know, revived and rejuvenated and everything else. But be patient. This card of Temperance is all about patience and moderation, planning. You know, it's, if you see, she's sort of like, she pours from one cup to another, from one, and you know, one of her feet is in water, one on the earth. It tells about this balance. Keep things in a balance, and you know, all this balancing act or with water. So try to keep everything in a balance, moderation, whatever, in finances, in eating, drinking, or whatever you're doing is important in this month of November, first 2 weeks of November for you. And also, as I said, it's very nice. You've been given this second chance. You're like all happy and everything, but moderation and patience. That's what the main message over here. And the next card tells me that you're moving somewhere. You're moving to, you're leaving everything, whatever you've been going through, and you've been given a second chance to revive, to finish and start anew. You're moving away from that period of tribulation, period of troubles, or whatever was happening in your life. You left all that behind, and you're moving to the calmer waters. You're moving. This card is also sometimes talks about actual physical movement, moving by water, moving towards water, moving in a house maybe somewhere where there is a water, or just mentally moving sometimes, because Swords represents our mental capacity, mental faculties, mental activity, all our thoughts, our conscious, subconscious mind, all that represented in Swords. And you sometimes we just need to move mentally from one period of life and saying, that's it, I'm going to leave all that behind and I'm going to move on to positive thinking. So that could be what represents by these cards. And because the swords are still there in this boat with her, you do need to drop those negative thinking, because you're moving from negative into the positive, and you need to drop those, if there is some still negative thoughts in your head, you need to sort of get rid of them and just drop them into water and arrive to this happier, calmer shores, to arrive to this better place where you're going to live, where you're going to be, or where your mind is going to be, without that baggage of negativity. And the spirit's message for you is the King of Wands. King of Wands is the sign of fire. It's Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, which is you. And it can talk about you being very sort of proactive, and that's what you're doing now, being very sort of passionate about what you're doing, being, ladies watching it, as I said, the cards don't have a gender. However, what I want to say, if you ladies looking for the romantic partner or someone that could be the same side, also fire sign person, either your partner or you're already dating, or you're already partner, or someone new is coming into your life, or you might, because this boat is going to this calm shores, she comes to this and it's actually facing this. Maybe when you arrive to this new area of your, new area where you're going to live, or whatever you're moving, maybe just mentally, you will meet that person who is the King of Wands. He's very passionate, very sexual. He's also very entrepreneurial. He likes, his brain is working. Creativity is one of his strongest points. But he can be quite fiery sometimes. That's a negative sign of this. And at the same time, because it's very sort of phallic symbols, sexual symbol, this wands can be sometimes quite promiscuous, this king. But in general, got really good qualities, of, as I said, of he could be very artistic at the same time, very good with the, performing arts or something like this. So that person could be significant. You're either going towards this person, or it could be you, that's the way you are at the moment, very artistic. Maybe you are very sort of, in your sexual relationship, and you're showing all your powers and everything else. So that's what we see in this, the first in your recent past, dear Capricorn. And again, we were talking about moderation, about you. It's very nice that you've been given second chance. You're reviving from all the troubles. You're moving away from them, but not for, there's the hint for you over there that this card of temperance is between those two cards. Don't get too overly excited, because you've got very, very nice cards, but moderation. I would put that card over here as the main card, probably like being your main card of the reading, because they're moderation and patience. And similar message here. There is some sort of time of non-action required. Time of waiting period is required. You need to wait. You need to be patient. But another message behind this card is looking at the situation, looking at your life from completely different point of view. If you notice, this person hangs from the tree, but he hasn't been hanged there by some sort of forces, negative forces. He is hanging there because that's the way he wants to do. That's what he wants to do. And he looks at the world from the upside down position, seeing the world from completely different angle. And that was the message for you, is that to look at all the situation, at your life from completely different angle. Try to change the train of thoughts you used to, pattern of thoughts you used to in the past, and try to be a little bit more alternative, and you might actually see the world completely differently. The other message behind this card is the sacrifices. Sometimes we do have to sacrifice something we like, someone we love, or something we love, in order to be able to move on with our life, in order to be able to sort of, we need to leave something behind. How much it hurts us, but we need to leave something behind, to sacrifice this person or this whatever it is, and move on. And whatever you're doing really well, because if you are sort of, as I said, if you're moving with your life, you sort of be patient, being moderation, look at situation from different point, because the wheel of fortune is turning, and turning in for the best. It's turning in your benefits. Wheel of fortune is permanently moving, and this card tells me that that you are on the top of this wheel at the moment, because sometimes we are on the bottom of the wheel, and it's quite painful, because the wheel, all the whole fortune, the whole life, it feels like the whole life is actually on our shoulders, and we feel under the pressure of all this universe on our shoulders, and it's not very pleasant. But you are now on the top of this wheel of fortune, and the wheel of fortune is turning for you to enjoy your life and to be on the top of this world. And we have the Lovers card, of course, and I see there's a Lovers card. So either this King of Wands or this Emperor. Lovers card is Lovers card. What else can I say? It's having a soulmate, have very passionate relationship, having being in love. Sometimes if there is no love, is not not interesting you, it's not a part of your reading for you. Sometimes the Lovers card represents choices, options, choices to make, and maybe you do need to make some sort of choices over there, and which way to go in your life. But whatever way you go, both options are good, because the Lovers card is very positive. If you see, there's a yellow color is very predominant. It's a color of the sun, color of energy, positive energy, color of it's very positive. Success, that's what I was looking, that's the word I was after, success. As a sun, we also have a sun card, and it does bring the success. So whatever choice you choose, you will be successful. You will be. It's very positive, as I said, for you. And if romance is on the cards for you, there is one here, and you've got suitors. And we actually got another one. So we got a couple of options. One of them, as I said, it's a King of Wands, which is very sort of creative. It's a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, but this could be you actually here as a Sagittarius represented. But we have the Emperor, which is the Spirit's message for you. The Empress is... Having a card of Emperor in your reading sometimes tells you that you need to be in control of your life. You need to be in control, and having it tells me that you have got you are in control of your life. It's directing, ruling your life, and being in control of it, and you are. Um, as I said, if we're talking about a romantic partner, then it could be your boss. It's someone a little bit older. It's someone who's got this authority about themselves, and they have got this authority. Um, it's someone who is like, for example, head of the household, big household, where everyone look up to this person, and he can give advice to everyone, and anyone can turn up and ask for advice or help, and he will be always there. It's also being like a CEO or director or owner of a huge big or just a big private company, your own company, and at the same time treating every single employee really nicely, being like a father figure. It's a father figure. Um, the emperor also represents sign of Aries. So Aries person could be significant for you as well this month, these 2 weeks of November, dear Capricorn. Or as I said, because we have a lover's card, maybe you're dating someone who is a little bit, who's got that qualities. He's very sort of authoritarian, who is in control of his life. Maybe he's got very high position in, at work, finances, or he, as I said, or it could be just a father figure. But because it's next to the lovers, it sort of makes me think that it could be a romantic partner over there for you. And there is the King of Swords. This is completely different king we have in your reading. King of Swords is the air sign. Air sign is Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius person. But this person is a little bit. This person hasn't used his emotions as much. He uses his intellect. He uses his mental facilities, mental faculties, mental capacities. He uses his brain. He uses that sword as well to cut cut off everything which doesn't serve in life. He goes straight to the core of the matter. He is very sort of analytical. He sometimes represents judge, or maybe some high-ranking sort of attorney or solicitor, someone like I don't know, someone who is in a legal profession, or sometimes the psychologist, counselor. This sort of profession, this sort of people, they can bring clarity to us. Is there clarity on a legal, from a legal realm, sort of like on a legal sort of in a legal area, when they can clarify all our matters, or psychologically, when they can help us to clear our own mind. So that sort of person. If it is a romantic person as well, but I do believe that we talk about romance more over here than there. But that person is significant for you first 2 weeks of November, dear Capricorn. And here we are talking about money. First time we're talking about money with you, dear Capricorn. And you are earth sign. You are very down to earth. You're very practical. You are very sort of, analytical thinking and all that. And the message here is similar again to Temperance card. As I said, the Temperance is the theme of these 2 weeks of November for you, dear Capricorn. And it tells me here that Six of Pentacles is that you've got enough money. You don't have a huge amount, but you've got enough money. And it tells you to keep that money in a balance, because if you see there's a scales over there, keep everything in a balance. Another message is there, if you see there is people asking for money, they're sort of standing there with their hands towards you, and you're quite generously giving them. You're sharing your assets, you're sharing your financial assets, money, or even sometimes emotional assets. You're sharing it with them. The message behind this card is it's very nice to be sort of generous, but sometimes we do have to think about ourselves as well. Don't give too much. First of all, you can spoil people and they stop working, stop sort of earning their own money. But also, you won't be able to give anymore if you don't have enough for yourself. You put yourself in the trouble. But we have to think about ourselves first, and people around us, afterwards, because then we can be in a position of helping other people. Because if you are going to give too much, the card over here, 5, is the card of losses, financial losses. And that's what it warns you. Don't, if someone comes and asks for money, borrow money from you, don't give the money, because you will never see them again. Because the card over here is the loss. Don't borrow money first 2 weeks of November, dear Capricorn. Don't lend money, sorry. Don't, if someone comes and wants to borrow money, don't lend money to anyone, because that money will be lost. It's a loss of money, loss of possessions, loss of house. Sometimes this card also tells about a loss of health. If there's health issues are significant, just make sure you do all what necessary to sort of protect yourself, to look after yourself. And the last message for you is the Fool card. The Fool card is fantastic. It's a card, it's the number 0. It's a major arcana card. It's the new beginning, new start. Maybe you start something new. And I believe because we've got this new Lovers, we've got the Lovers card, Wheel of Fortune. We've got such a positive roar here. We have King of Wands, which is you probably. And then we've got the Emperor being in control, or having, very authoritative, a very passionate, a very powerful figure in your life as a lover, or as a partner, whatever it is. And you're starting something new. You're starting something completely new. It's a new beginning, new start, and very good start. You like this Fool, you will just jump from this cliff into the life. You won't take too much with you, and don't take too much possessions with you. It's sometimes nice to leave things behind, things which don't serve particularly to us, and start anew. Lots of messages for you, dear Capricorn, and I want to just draw an additional couple of cards and see what we have for you over here. What are the messages we have for Capricorn? Okay. And we have Judgment. It's the same card. I can't believe it. When 2 cards from different decks are appearing in the same readings, they tell me that the message is very strong. You've been given a second chance, respect it, and value it. So here we are. This one wants to come up. 8 of Wands. That is similar to this one. This one, you left everything behind and you move to the better, calmer waters. And this one tells me similar messages. It's 8 of Cups. It's when we turn our back to all the negativity, all the negative emotions in our life, and we moved away from that. And the sun is shining. So wherever you're going to move, you're moving away from there, leaving everything which didn't serve you. You're leaving everything behind, and you're moving forward. And we have a Wheel of Fortune. I can't believe it. We have fantastic cards. The Wheel of Fortune for you is turning. You like this Fool. You're starting completely new, either new relationship or something new in your life. But it's very, very positive, reading for you, dear Capricorn. I can't believe how positive it is. Enjoy your first 2 weeks of November, dear Capricorn. And if you would like to elaborate on this reading or have a private reading with me, please contact me. I do email readings by emails, or I can record a YouTube video just specifically for you, or Skype. And yes, contact me by email, through my Facebook, through my webpage. And I'm looking forward to hear from you. And thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.